think I got it. If not, we'll start over again. I've got a video or a picture that has got a picture of the scale that I'm working on right now, and I'll somehow attach that or put it in the video as well. But what I wanted to show you is how I'm studying the scale. It's I got to come up with a better system for recording. But on the frets, well, it's the G major scale is what it is. So what I try to do is I'll stay on just one string. Like I start on the high E string, for example, and the high E string for the G major scale is going to be F sharp, G, and A, right? So what I was doing, I first initially tried just running through the whole scale. I was gonna run through the whole scale and use repetition to learn it. But then I got to thinking to myself, this is taking me a long time to learn, and I'm not really learning the notes as well as I'd like to. So I thought to myself, self, you know the C scale, right? Right? You learn the C scale pretty quickly. So how did you learn the C scale? And being that was the first scale I learned it one note at a time, and then one string. And then once I learned all the notes on that string, E, F, G, that's on the E string. Once I learned those three, then I added the next string, which would be the B string. B, C, D. So I tried using the same method of learning on the G scale. Instead of trying to run through it and bulk myself with it, I broke it down. So I did F sharp, G, A. Now remember, that kind of tripped me up. That kind of tripped me up when I was learning the G scale, because with the F scale, it's all whole notes. There's no sharps, there's no flats. With the G scale, that's not the case. With the G scale, your Fs are all sharped. So don't forget to sharpen the F notes. That's why we have F sharp and not F. We have F sharp, G, A. But that's the only notes on the G scale that are sharp. That would be the Fs. The Fs are sharp. So anyhow, back to what I was saying is when I'm learning the G scale, F sharp, and that's on the E string, the high E string. So it's F sharp, G, A. I would keep coming back to the G because the G is the root or the tonic, right? So we want to know where that G is at when we're playing. When we're playing, we're always going to want to resolve back to the G. So it's important that you know where that, especially know where the G is at, right? So what I'm doing is I'll go A, G, F, G, A, G, F, G. I'm always ending on the G. That way I've got it burned into my memory and into my fingers where the G is, right? So you've got F, G, A, G. And then you take the second string, which would be the B string. Now you add the B string on there, which you would have the fifth fret would be your fourth finger. That's going to be an E. And then your second finger, which would be the third fret, is going to be a D. So now you add those two to the three you've already learned on the E string. So you've got F, G, A, D, E. Now remember, we're going to go back to that G after we pluck each note, right? So we're going to start with G, then go F, G, A, G, E, G, D, G, E, G, A, G, F, G. And if you follow that scale, it's kind of making like a little circle pattern there, right? So we'll do it again. We go F, G, A, G, E, E, G, D, G, F, G, A, G. And I do like to say them too. I don't say them as much as I should, especially when I'm practicing on my own, because I have a tendency to just listen to music and it's kind of quiet, and I don't vocalize the notes. But if I read them, that helps me learn not only the scale pattern, but it's also helping me learn the notes up and down the neck as I'm playing, right? So I've already got the C scale. I know those notes. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then if I take that same method of learning and put that into the G scale, right? But little shout out to my mom. I was going through in a previous video. I have a video. I think it's called Mom Picks. She got me a whole bunch of picks, and I was going through them again the other day, and I found one that I really like to use. It's this hot pink. It's almost like a marble looking type pick, but it's real nice for it's real thin, so it makes it nice for plucking chords. Because what I do is when I'm playing my scales, in between I'll play chords. Right? And then if my fingers get tired and cramped from playing chords, then I'll switch to scales, right? And then if my fingertips get sore from playing scales, I'll switch back to chords, right? So I'm going back and forth. And just wanted to shout out and say, Mom, thank you again for the picks. It's a great pick. I love it. Use it often. And I think that's about all I got to say today. Talk to you later. Bye.